cells that are growing this quickly after the discontinue or the finish of the chemotherapy treatment is not a good sign. I'll be real straight up with you about it. It usually indicates you have aggressive cancer cells to be able to survive and grow this quickly after such extensive treatment. Most people really do pretty well with the treatment and then get a lot of mileage or a lot of years out of the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
But this early recurrence is not a good sign for us. Now remind me, how old are you again?
86.
86.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, you've done really well with this, and it's tough going forward to make decisions about what to do. You've had extensive treatment already, with the chemo and the radiation, and there are not good options left to give you that have a chance of doing any good. So we have to try to make decisions on what to do with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are some treatments that I can give you if your heart is strong enough to have them, but the chances of you responding to those treatments are really pretty low.
Or what?
Pretty low,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Wow.
So, there are, at this age, at 86, I have a lot of people that would tell me that if the chance is low to respond from chemo, that they don't want to do it anymore because of quality of life issues.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
Do you understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
ma'am.
Hear what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Other people might say, well, if there's a small chance of response, I'll try it with the chemo. But the chance of you responding is less than 15%. 1-5.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you understand? Can you hear, Holly? He can't hear well.
If she did do the treatments, how often would it be?
About once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Here or,
Here.
okay.
I'm sorry, Dr. Wentz. I'm just gonna give you that. Do you need that-
Once a month,
No.
if she does decide to take the treatments.
I'll give you. I'll talk to you.
Doing good.
There's not a good chance of it doing any good. No.
So what she has already done has not helped what she had.
It means that she had some cancer cells that responded to the treatment, but many cancer cells that did not and grew back. That's what it's showing.
Okay.
Yeah. That she had some chemotherapy resistance inside many of those cancer cells, causing them to grow back and cause problems. That's what it means. Some responded, others didn't. This is this is concerning that the cancer is very aggressive and resistant to treatment.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
we're finding.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you understand that, honey?
I don't hear good.
Yeah, right.
Explain it to him again.
The cancer is very strong and did not respond to treatment as well as I'd like.
Mm-hmm.
She herself did well for 86, did fine, but some of the cancer cells were stronger than the treatment and grew back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the PET scan.
And they are in the lymph nodes.
In lymph nodes in the back of the abdomen area. Yeah,
No surgery would do anything.
no surgery will help this, no.
I ain't got much of a choice then, do I?
Well, there are a lot of people at your age that would not do treatment.
Well,
The reason for that is there's not a good likelihood it's going to help you, but it's going to give you side effects and make your quality of life worse than it is. Do you get me? Y'all understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So ethically, I have to tell you the truth about this. I could go on and treat you and treat you and treat you and treat you, but if you don't have much of a chance of responding to treatment at age 86, that's not doing you any favors. Because-
I appreciate you bringing that out.
Because then it affects your quality of life. If you
So
understand.
the side effects would be bad?
Well, it depends on the
Oh.
patient. The
Oh.
side effects can be like fatigue. Sometimes you can get burning of the hands and the feet with the chemotherapy. It's a weird side effect. Sometimes you can get allergic reactions or funny lung problems. Sometimes the chemotherapy can affect the heart and make it not beat as strongly as it once did, and so we have to check heart tests and things. So it's not something, and it affects the bone marrow count. So it's not something that we take lightly in talking about.
So it's it's in the back of the abdomen?
The lymph nodes in the back of the abdomen.
That's what's affected, okay.
Yeah.
Can't do no surgery.
Surgery wouldn't help it.
Mm.
If it's in the lymph nodes, ain't nothing you can take out.
Well, it means
Anyway.
it's spread throughout all the lymphatic channels, and even if you take out 1 or 2 nodes, it's still, the treatment of that is whether or not it responds to chemotherapy is the
Oh.
important part of that.
Would it be the same kind of treatment that she did have before?
No, it'd be different.
It would.
Because what we're learning is what she had before was the standard of care and the appropriate treatment, but it was, and it's very strong, but she had resistance to it.
Hmm.
Well, if it's not gonna help me any more than what you said,
Yeah.
and maybe affect me the bad way,
Yeah, cause side effects.
right?
Mhm.
I don't want that.
I think that's a smart decision at your age. I do. At 86, I think the smarter decision is not to do treatment and to try to feel as good as you can, as long as you can, without having the side effects of chemo drag you down.
Right.
If I had something that I could give you that was gonna cause a good response to treatment, that's different. But when it doesn't have a very high chance of response, then that's when I feel bad about giving you something that's not going to help you, but cause side effects. Now, I can't tell you how long it's gonna take for the cancer to grow and cause you to go downhill. I don't know. It's gonna be probably a pretty slow process, but it could take a matter of months and months. It's just hard to know for
Right,
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
What kind of problems will she have if it gets aggressive? I
It
mean,
just
before-
depends, how it would cause her problems, and that varies patient to patient.
Okay.
And we kinda have to just see how she's doing,
Mhm.
you know, if the cancer starts to cause problems.
Could that be this causing her to have that bowel problem?
No, it won't cause a bowel problem.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Cause I know she's got that colitis and.
Yeah. I can build in a time to see her back in about 2 or 3 months and see how things are going at the time. If you want me to, I will, and that kind of can just see how things are going, and if there's anything I have that could help you at the time, I'm happy to do it.
Another scan, you mean?
No, just see her in
Oh.
the office
Oh, oh.
and see if she's got pain or she's got
Oh.
problems,
Oh,
just to check on how she's doing. I mean, I'm welcome to do that if you'd like.
well, I appreciate it.
Or if you wanted to, you could always call. The one thing we can do, you know, when the cancer advances on in the future, I can call hospice nurses to come see you, and hospice nurses help you manage side effects from cancer, pain or nausea or whatever problems you have, and they'll come into the house and help.
mhm.
So that's an option too.
Well, might be good when I need them.
Yeah,
If they can.
Yeah, she's been doing so good that,
I know.
you know, we never would've thought this.
I know.
And
Well,
all
that's
that-
because we check these things and they're small. They're not very big, but they are, looks like they are cancer filled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I don't think I'll have it.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do me any good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most people your age would choose that. Most people your age would not do treatments here in this situation. Yeah.
Well, like you said, I've already had enough of that.
Yeah, you've had a lot.
Mhm.
Do you want to build a time to come in about 2 months and let me check you, or do you just want to call if you need to?
It's up to you.
Well,
Might be something you give her that,
Well, if I saw she was having problems, I might activate hospice for her, or I might give her pain medicine or whatever she needs if she's having problems.
well, what, about 2 months, I
Been
think.
about 2 months.
If that's what she wants to do,
Yeah.
May.
well, make sure you get here.
Well, we could do that.
Okay, I think that's a pretty good idea, and
That makes sense.
just let me check in and see how you're doing, and
Okay.
if anything's bothering you or not.
Well, I appreciate that.
That'd be okay?
Mhm. I think so.
Remind me where you live again?
Smith County,
Yeah.
close to Carthage, Tennessee.
Yeah, pretty good ways then.
Yeah, 60 miles.
Mm.
Okay. Pretty
Dr.
good ways.
Rutherford's my
Aaron.
doctor,
Yeah, right.
so.
So we'll plan to see you back in about 2 months, and then I'll check in and see how things are going with you.
Well,
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
that would
Now
be-
this port, you still have your port,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Can you get it flushed every 6 weeks?
Have to come back down here.
I don't care where you get it flushed, but if you're gonna keep it, you should get it flushed, and I'd recommend we keep it, cause we might have to use it in the future for something.
Can your doctor do that?
I don't know whether they do that at hospitals, do they? Like our hospital?
Well, I tell you what, when was the last time you had it flushed?
Last Friday,
Yeah.
last
last-
Friday.
Okay,
or with-
yeah.
when she had that PET scan.
Yeah, when
Yeah. I don't know the answer to that. I can have the chemo nurses talk to you about it and let them talk to you and see what they think.
about flushing this?
Yeah, where you can get it flushed.
Okay.
Christian Ace, for example.
Where's that?
My nurses, they're named Krisha and Ace.
Oh, okay.
And I'll have them
Ace,
talk, I'll have them
Ace.
talk to her about
Yeah.
where she could get that port
Okay.
flushed.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
that sounds good. Of
Okay.
course, if we have to come back down here, we can.
Yeah, you can do it here too. Well, if you're coming in 2 months, just get it done here. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
So the spots you say that you recognized on that scan was small?
Yeah, they're pretty small, but they're pretty active on PET scan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Several?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In the back of the abdomen, located on the lymph node areas. Yep.
Well, we do have to set up an appointment.
Yeah,
to
so
get
when-
that.
when you leave out today, just tell the girls at the front desk that I said 2 months, and I'll check on you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that'd be fine.